Welcome to Vastu and Graha Shastra by Dr. Deepika Sanghi Gupta Garu. And namaste to our show. So, welcome Deepika ji. How are you today?
Thank you, Preeti ji. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, Deepika ji. So, Deepika ji, like as we are discussing so many things about the Vastu, so a lot of questions are coming from the viewers. Like already we discussed, like how home should be, like which direction is really suitable to the home, and everything we discussed. So, is it the same to the office? Because lot of people, it can be like a small scale industry, or it can be like a big offices, software offices, or it can be some provision stores, or it can be something else, Deepika ji. So they're all like we need to know. I mean, what exactly we need to. Follow the Vastu tips for offices or else for other businesses, Deepika ji.
See, for the Vastu is usually the same for the if it's done for the house or the office. There is no difference at that part. But yes, definitely we need to take care. Like in office, we have a small pantry. We don't have a proper kitchen, and then the toilets are there, the entrance is there, and then moreover we have to take care where the owner is sitting, where the planning is done, where the execution of the ideas are done, and then the finance part, the HR ministry, HR department. So there are so many things in the office which have to be taken care. So, and then it depends, as you said, that there are different kind of businesses. So every business has, something, a priority in them, right? Like if there is a provisional store, then their priority is more on the selling. But in the if it is a office of a a CPA account person, then their priority is more of a mental work of more of planning. So it depends on what kind of a work we are doing.
So Deepika ji, practically, if we get good amount in the office or if we get good amount in the business only, we can be peacefully stay in the home, Deepika ji. So the home is different, but the office is different. But the things what we are following in the home, like keeping some goddess in the home, in office also obviously we'll keep some mandir in the office, and there will be some washrooms, and there will be some aquariums, there will be some flower plants, and everything will be there. So what exactly we need to follow when we are doing some business in separate building, Deepika ji?
So see, if we talk about the mandir, that then always keep the mandir in the northeast in the business premises also, and make a very small mandir, not a very big mandir. Again, it depends on the size of the office, size of the building, what kind of a mandir you are making. So northeast is one of the best directions. Make a mandir in the northeast side of the there, and make a small one. Take a wooden one. Don't keep heavy marble mandirs in the office premises. Just you need the God's divine blessing. You won't be doing a proper puja and anushtans or something in the morning and the evening. That is done at the home, that is not done in the office. So that is why a small mandir where you can just feel the blessing of the God, where you can be you always keep the God so that you can do the righteous deeds and you feel the blessing. So for that part only keep the mandir. Don't keep heavy and big mandirs over there.
Okay. So Deepika ji, like for an office building, obviously we will have like two or more entrances, Deepika ji. So which is the good entrance for the business buildings, Deepika ji?
See, for business building, again, it depends what kind of a business it is. Usually, again, the north and the east facing is good, west is also good. South, see, for the south facing buildings, it depends what are the astrological, planetary position for the owner of the business. If his Saturn is well placed, if his Mars is well placed, then the south side of the building will be suiting to him, otherwise not. So I would say for the business premises, don't take the risk of taking a south side of the building. Though the treatment can be done, if you have, then don't get panic. A treatment can be done, but still try to get for a east, north, and a west facing building.
Okay. So Deepika ji, like does Panchatattva also implies on offices to Deepika ji?
Yes, see, Panchatattva applies everywhere. Like wherever we talk about the Vastu, we talk about the Panchatattva. As I have always said, see, so the water, air, fire, earth, and space, these five elements govern the human body and the body of that building. See, the nature has done really justice. The the 70% of our body has water, and similarly the earth has water, right? So the nature is in alignment with the human body. So similarly, we also have to make that alignment at home, in office, in body. So that sometimes, see, if a person going to office, they spend their time, maximum time in the office, right? And if they are sitting or doing most of the work in a negative zone, or sitting on some sensitive energies, then definitely the person will have some health issue, or some kind of emotional issue. So for that, everything should be in alignment, whether it's office, whether it's home, and the body. And they three should be also in alignment with each other.
So, Deepika ji, in mainly the offices and based on the businesses, the external improvement in the offices, it plays a mandatory role, Deepika ji, like keeping lot of idols there, and also some artificial plants and some natural plants, and some of the desks which look really good and everything. So, what I mean, should we follow some vastu to place all these type of things in the office, Deepika ji?
See, for the plants, again, just avoid the southwest side and the western side. Otherwise, the plants can be kept. And regarding the artificial plants, see, anything which is artificial does not have that aroma, that does not have that purity, right? So that is why try to keep fresh flowers. If you can't, then okay, keep artificial flowers. That is also okay. But at times when I go for Vastu, I've seen those artificial plants really get so dirty. People, because it is the office, so sometimes nobody is taking care of all those things. So that should be avoided. First of all, it should be neat and clean, because wherever the dirt is too much, then that side of the building definitely gets the negative vibrations. First thing. And the second thing is that regarding the God's idol, as I have said, that see, God is nothing to be decorated, right? They are not the decorative pieces. They are something to worship. They are something to meditate on. They are something to learn something from them. So never keep God idols here and there. This is not the right thing to be done. They should be given immense respect, because God has created this Brahman. God has created the earth. So they are not something to be used as a decorative items. And sometimes
Okay.
people, they feel that if they have kept God's idol here and there, then that will give protection to them. Sometimes they say, people tell very different answers, that I have kept because whenever I go out of the office, I see him. Whenever I enter, I see him. So what seeing, like what it will do? I really ask them that, like, what it will do. The God should be in your heart. The teaching of the God should be in your actions rather than just seeing him, right? It should be in your
Of course.
actions. Whatever he said in the Gita, whatever the God you trust. So whatever teaching he has given, all gods give same teachings only. So whatever teachings they are saying, that should be in the actions, right? And the heart should be that pure, that you should have God in your heart, right? Then if
Yes,
you don't even
exactly.
see him, then hardly matters, right? Because he's in the heart. So then if you don't see him regularly, that also does not matter, because then
Yeah,
you can feel him.
definitely. Definitely, Deepika ji. See, God is in the top of everything. So we should respect the God, and we should keep him in separate place where can do prayers, where we can offer prayers to the God every day, Deepika ji. So,
Yeah.
Deepika ji, like as we discussed earlier, there are different kind of businesses, Deepika ji. So, what is ideal sitting place and facing and everything for different kinds of business, Deepika ji?
See, it depends what kind of a business you have, whether the business is related to logic. Well, see the logic like science, the business. So it's whether it's a doctor's office or some scientist, workplace. And then there can be politics. That can be an office. Then, something related to creative arts like dancers and, painters, they have their own work. Then something related to sales, marketing, planning, then management, finance. So there are so many fields, right? So if you are into something related to, say, planning, then your face sit facing towards the west. If And then sit in the northeast and facing towards the west. So, and if you are into the sales department, then also sit facing west, because west gives you profits. So if you are into sales, if you want to sell something, then sit facing towards the west. Again, it has been a myth that only you should sit east facing and north facing while doing all the work. So I've explained many times that why that myth actually came into existence. So there is nothing like that. See, if you're doing something related to finance, then definitely sit facing towards the north. If you are doing something relating to marketing, then also sit facing towards north. Otherwise, like for planning, sales, the western side is good. And then if I talk about this management thing, then again also sit facing towards the east. So it is purely a myth that only east facing is good and only the north facing is good. It depends what kind of a work you are doing.
So
And if
Deepikaji,
you are
like,
in, sorry, I'm saying, like, if you are in something related to the law, then the facing towards the south will be very good.
okay. So Deepika ji, like business is directly proportional to the money, Deepika ji. So example, if they are not getting the properly investments and if they are in the loss, I mean, they will suffer from some of the vastu things. I mean, how to, I mean, is there any special tip as a vastu remedy for the business, Deepika ji?
See, it depends like what kind of a problem. See, the depend on what kind of a problem the one is having. Sometimes that you get the opportunities, but they are not materializing. Sometimes it is that you don't even get the opportunities, right? Sometimes the people say that, the coordination in the office is not good. Sometimes they say that the coordination is good, but lot of politics there. Sometimes they say that as the head of the department, I am unable to focus, I am unable to achieve my goals. So the tip actually depend what kind of a problem one is having. So there can be many, many tips to run the office positively, but again, what kind of a problem the one is having.
So Deepika ji, like how can we improve the positive vibrations in the office through vastu, Deepika ji?
See, positive vibrations, to increase the positive vibrations, first of all, keep the place neat and clean. See, I have seen here and in India also that, the people, they don't keep the office very clean. The files are piled up, the writing decks, the working decks is piled up with the files, with the papers. So, keep the office neat and clean, because, when you keep anything neat and clean, then that attracts the positive energies also. So first of all, that thing. The second thing, again, it depends what kind of a business or office is that, right? Let's say if it is something related to the creative field people, and the creative field people need more and more clientele, and then they also need something like the mouth publicity, and then they want acknowledgements. So if this if their east is disturbed, then definitely they won't be getting that much clients in their field. So the east of such creative art people should be clean. There should not be a store in the east of the building or their office. So that depends again that what kind of a business we are doing, and according to that only we can keep that particular zone into the balanced and properly, like without any garbage or anything, and then that we can create the positive energy.
Okay, we have a caller from New Jersey. Let's talk with her, Deepika ji. Hello, Aarti.
Hello?
Hello, Aarti.
Yes, yes, this is Aarti.
Yes,
Yes,
Deepika ji, you
so
can talk with Aarti now.
can I come up with my question? So,
Yes, please, Aarti.
Deepika ji, yes, I have been hearing your talk on Sakshi TV for a very long time, and thank you so much. You give so much insight into what can be done in terms of Vastu, and it really helps. And I had a question that. Nowadays, with the times of the pandemic, we being away from family, far away from, let's say, I'm an Indian, so, being away from India, and families, going through health problems. And generally, the aura that is created inside is a lot of anxiety, be it
Hmm.
for your family, for your friends, and
Hmm.
at home. We're always
Hmm.
anxious about health, and that bothers us a lot throughout the day because everything is unknown.
Hmm.
My question to you really is in terms of how do you get your auras to be positive rather than negative and be less anxious? What can we do in the house that can help positivity in our thinking and just to reduce the anxiousness?
Hmm. Okay, so for that, Aarti, first of all, if you are feeling any kind of anxiety, stress, fear, depression, then first of all, clean the northeast of your house. If the northeast is piled up, or let me know, do you have any toilet or any storage made in the northeast?
Uh, I am not sure. No, I don't think so.
Okay, if it's not, then that's good. But just clean the northeast of your house, the first thing. Then the second thing is don't put God idols here and there. They never create a positive energy. Like in Indian houses, especially, we keep the Lord Ganeshas or Lord Krishnas, either paintings or, idols here and there. So just, clean that if you have put. And then the third thing is keep the house very much neat and clean. Don't make storages here and there, because these three things, then again creates a lot of negativity in the house, and that negativity again hits the persons. So that is why keep these three areas clean. And the next is that, if you are missing the family, then keep their photographs more in the southwest corner in a golden frame. You will feel more connected with them. You will like not miss the family that much. Definitely, you are here and the family is back in India, so you must be missing. But through the Vastu, how we can help to control the energies is that, keep their photographs in a golden frame in the southwest corner. So you will feel more connected to them, and then you will not feel that loneliness from the family's perspectives. So do these remedies, and that will help you a lot. And then you can put their pictures in the northwest also.
Okay, okay. So you said the northeast has to be clean. We should try and
Yes,
keep the
the
northeast
northeast.
side of the house clean. Okay, and
Yes, the
if I
northeast
want
has
to
to be
have
clean.
like a
What is
shoe
there in the
rack,
northeast of your house?
maybe there's a shoe rack.
Okay, so just remove that shoe rack from there. As I said, see something there. See the shoes we wear, see the shoes are not that very positive energy, right? Shoes, garbage, old books, old clothes, these are not that positive energy. So remove the shoes
Okay,
from the northeast. Shoes should never be kept in the northeast of the house, then you are unable to think positive.
okay, okay,
Yeah, so
okay.
remove the shoe rack from the northeast of the house.
Right. Okay.
Thank you, Aarti. Do you have more questions, Aarti?
Thank you so much,
Oh,
Deepika ji. आपका show बहुत ही अच्छा है. I just love your show, and you
Thank you.
yourself are such positive energy when you talk. So thank you so much for enlightening us, and I
Thank
wish
you.
you all the
Thank you
best
so
for the
much,
new year.
Aarti. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, Aarti. Thank you for your positive words. They really mean a lot to me. Thank you.
thank you, Aarti. So, Deepika ji, coming to our queries, Deepika ji, like for example, to success of any of the project, teamwork is really important, and coordination between the team members is really important. So,
Yeah.
is there any vastu tip to improve the coordination between the team members, Deepika ji?
See, for that, just see that none of the members should be sitting in the eastern side of southeast, in the western side of northwest, and in the southern side of southwest. If any of the team member is sitting on these positions, then that team member might be having some or the other issues with other team members, and because of that issues, it would be hard for the company to achieve the goals.
So, Deepika ji, like sometimes we get so many different opportunities, but nothing will be finalized, Deepika ji. So, for this type of query, is there any vastu tip with you, Deepika ji?
See, if you getting the opportunities and nothing is getting finalized, then check the southern side of the office, check the western side of the office. Either they are exhausted, or there can be some cut over there. There can be some negative paint over there. There can be, that area can be overextended, so it is giving lot of generating lot of energies over there. So there can be some or the other kind of disbalancing is either in the southern side or in the western side. So if that will be, then you will be getting the opportunities and nothing won't be getting materialized. So you have to check the north also for this.
Okay.
But basically the south and the west has to be checked.
Okay. So for the business, financial term will plays a major role, Deepika ji. So like a lot of times payment will be stuck. So is there any Vastu tip for this, Deepika ji?
Yeah, if the payment is getting blocked, then again check the northern side, check the northwestern side of the office. Again, there can be a cut over there, and the southeast also. These three zones have to be checked out: north, northwest, and southeast. So, then there can be some cut over there. There either that area is extended or exhausted, or there can be some again a negative paint over there, which is playing its part. And as I have said earlier also in my shows, that paints play a lot of role. Paints and then the objects in the area also plays a lot of role. So there can be some or the other negative article in those zones. So just check all these three zones, and once they are clean and clear, then you will have the better results.
Okay. So Deepika ji, like what sitting positions we need to prefer? For example, employees will have the different sitting positions, and also the MD, CEO will have the different sitting positions. So can we know something about this, Deepika ji?
See, in the employee, see, today we have, the places are so expensive. We cannot say that don't make the employee sit here or there. That can be a problem. So just, make the department as you want. That's why when I go for the Vastu, I usually tell them that make the office as you want according to your convenience. And then I do the remedies over there, that what remedies can be put. Because see, whether it's India, whether it's US, the places are so expensive. We cannot say that, completely shut this area. Let's say if the east of the southeast is we are talking about, so I cannot tell them that just completely shut this area. No, because it's so expensive. How you can waste the place, right? So it depends like how you are utilizing that space, and then some of the other Vastu remedies can be done to heal the energies of that place. So for that, again, just if the owner of the company, then they should sit better to sit in the southwest or the west. Again, it depends on what kind of a work they are doing. But otherwise, the southwest and the west is good. If it's a doctor's office, I would say the doctor should sit in the northern side of the northeast. That is a good place for them, or the northeast is also the good place for them. So, and if it is attorney's office, then I would say that the sitting in the south will be good for them. So it depends what kind of a work they are doing. Otherwise, yes, like generic rules are applicable.
So these days, Deepika ji, like people are keeping a lot of pyramids in their desk, Deepika ji. It can be like a copper pyramid, some glass pyramids, or something else. And they are telling like they are keeping because it will give us some positive energy. Is it true, or it's a myth, Deepika ji?
No, it is true. The pyramids are actually the amplifiers. So the pyramids energies definitely enhance the the positivity of the area it is kept, and also it controls many of the Vastu doshas. But again, we have to be sure where we are keeping that pyramid, right? Where we are keeping the pyramid, and then on what axis we are keeping it, which zone we are keeping it. That has to be taken utmost care, because the pyramid in a wrong direction can again amplify the energies of a negative direction, and hence creating a lot of negative energy. So this has to be taken care of. And then there are many kind of pyramids in the market today. So usually the wooden pyramids are good, or the plastic pyramids are good, but because people have to sell something or the other, so they are selling the copper pyramid, they are selling the brass pyramid, and then even the Reiki pyramids are into action. But I have never seen like any results of them. They are totally myth. And so, even the Reiki symbols are made on the pyramid. And then you can see, the stones pyramid, like amethyst pyramid, this rose quartz pyramid. So these are all myth. They don't create any kind of energy. They can create negative energy, but nothing related to the positive. I've seen some people guiding that if you have love related issues, keep this rose quartz pyramid in the southeast of the, house or something. No, a big no to that, because a pyramid should never be kept in the southern side of the house. It will create the
So
negative energy.
it's really good to know about the pyramids, Deepika. As you mentioned, we have a lot of pyramids, and we will think every pyramid will give some positive energy. But we came to know it's not the correct thing, and we should place the pyramids also in the proper place.
Yeah.
So, Deepika ji, like, can we know something about which type of locations and which type of plots we need to prefer for the businesses, for the offices, and also office buildings, Deepika ji?
See, always avoid having on the T point. This should be made notice, because some things does not have any vastu remedy. So the first thing is that avoid having it on the T point. Then avoid having toilet in the northeast of the office. Again, then avoid one more thing is that sometimes what we do, we buy one office place, we buy the adjacent place also, and then we remove the central wall and we make a big one office. So if that is done, then make sure what entrance you are using now, right? Make sure about that, because then all the zones will change. So make sure what entrance you are getting into that. And the last thing is that always keep the northeast of the office clean, always keep the southwest of the office clean, the western part of the office very, very clean. So just maintain these 2-3 tips as the primary and the basic tips of for the vastu.
Okay. So, Deepika ji, can we discuss about something about the how rooms of office owners should be, Deepika ji?
See, the room of the office owner, it is best to have it in the west or in the southwest of the house, or in the southwest of the office. And the see, if we talk about again the interior part, then I would say that keep some positive quotes instead of putting God's photograph. As I said, that God is nothing to be, you have to decorate. It's not a decorative item. So better to keep, to have that positive energy, keep some positive quotes, paintings in the office room. That is very good. And then again, keep very pastel colors in the office. Don't try to put one wall red, one wall green. So that is not even, that even don't look good also. And if you have carpet, people sometimes ask this question also, that if we have the carpet, which color? So carpet, it's like, they are like, okay, any color is okay in the office for the carpets. That is not the problem.
Okay. So, Deepika ji, it's really good to know about the office vastu, because these days we are talking about only the home vastu and how we should keep our home and everything. But today we learned about the office vastu, and also main common question, like in every desk we are seeing these days one pyramid. As you mentioned, there is some kinds of pyramid which will give like positive energies to us, and it's a really good discussion today, Deepika ji. So let's come up with the other topic in the next episode, Deepika ji.
Thank you.
Thank you. Signing off, Preeti from Sakshi TV.